all, welcome to Shikara Academy. This is Raini Simon and I will be taking daily news analysis in this channel from now onwards, and every day we will be meeting for all the important news right in the Hindu newspaper or in your Indian Express newspaper or anything important of that sort. We will be covering in our daily news analysis session. Yes, and today we are going to cover 2nd May 2025 newspaper analysis. So please stay tuned with me. If we go further, we will see that the first news for today is, how can India tap natural hydrogen potential? Yes, the potential of India having hydrogen reserves are too high, students. Yes, there are two types of hydrogens. Hydrogens are many types, right? Blue hydrogen, green hydrogen, grey hydrogen. Yes, but today we are talking about something called geologic hydrogen. Okay, which is something called geological, which can be explored from underground, like how we get natural gas. That way only we will be getting this hydrologic hydrogen, which is beneath the earth's surface, and we have to get it. India is said to have a huge reserve of these hydrogen. Almost, if we estimate, India has 3.47 million tons in the regions like, and what are the regions? We have your regions, if we show it in map, it's Aravallis, then you have Deccan Trap, then you have the central Vindhyas region, Vindhyan Basin, Deccan Trap and Aravallis. So these are the region where we will see most of your hydrogen trapped, geologic hydrogen. So we will see that how we should take it out. What is the way by which we can take such kind of hydrogen? So there are two methods, students. Okay, one method is your dissolve hydrogen extraction. Okay, what is this dissolve hydrogen extraction? In this method we will be dissolving water. Okay, we will be having that hydrogen, we will extracting that hydrogen from beneath the earth, in which the water is dissolved, and we will be taking that hydrogen dissolved water and then we will extract the hydrogen for our purpose. One more thing I will tell you, it's very cost effective, eco-friendly alternative to industrial hydrogen. And if we talk about industrial hydrogen, the way in which industrial hydrogen is made, it's done by the process of distillation. It's done by the process of your industrial fractionation. In that method, it is fracking technique. In that method, this hydrogen is done, industrial hydrogen. But this hydrogen, my dear friends, the natural hydrogen, has a huge potential in India, and this can be extracted by underground the surface. Okay, so we have seen the region in which it is your Aravallis, Deccan Trap and Vindhyan Basin. And but the key challenges here with India is locating reserves, safely infrastructure costs and lack of regulatory framework. This comes in as the bottleneck for India in such kind of domains. Another method of taking out this natural hydrogen is your carbon injection. Yes, carbon injection method may, what we will see is, carbon injection method may we will be injecting CO2. We will be injecting CO2 in these reserves. Okay, and we will be injecting CO2 in these carbon rich reserves, and then we will be extracting the hydrogen. So these are the two methods in which you have to extract these hydrogen. Now India is finding new ways how to do these kind of things. And even in the Hindu today we see that they are talking it in details, that how India should reach, have and tap its hydrogen potential. So in Hindu you will see they have given a huge editorial kind of thing, and that's what we are highlighting here. So India is now inspired by US Advanced Research Project Agency Energy. So they have this Advanced Research Project Agency Energy of US, in which they know how to extract these kind of commodities, these kind of hydrogen, these kind of resources using existing gas pipes. See, currently we are using gas pipelines, right, for natural gas transportation. Similarly, this US based company is using such kind of energy, extracting it and transferring it for their need. So success depends on polity support, public-private partnership and targeted R&D. India is lacking all these things currently for natural hydrogen. Okay. Then we will see the challenges to natural hydrogen exploitation. There are a lot of challenges. If I talk about the different techniques, and if we even know the places where we actually have the reserves, Aravallis, Deccan Trap, Vindhyas, but still also it's very difficult to know the exact location of the reserves. Students, the exact location is very difficult to locate. The exact location is really very difficult to locate. And we need advanced geophysics sensors drilling technology. And while drilling, you have to be very precise. Real-time detection tools you have to use, and you have to be very precise, because again drilling can be a natural health hazard. It can be a hazard in which people can get sick nearby people, the deforestation can happen. So such kind of things can also be done only when we are sure about the location of the reserves. Then safety concerns, it's the natural hydrogen what we are talking about is highly inflammable. Yes, it's highly inflammable and it can catch fire very immediately. So it poses serious risk if not stored on transported safely. And if there is some kind of leak, then this can be another hazard. So fireproof coating, robust handling protocols is something which need to be there while extracting and preserving and transporting your natural hydrogen. Then economic viability. So initial cost when we are extracting these natural hydrogen, students, will be very high. Yes, if we are talking about something which US has developed already and we also want to do, then initial cost of exploration and infrastructure will be there. Cost of drilling, transporting, storing natural hydrogen must be competitive with produced hydrogen. So the level which we have produced it, the monetary benefit which we have got, and the cost which we have given to it need to be optimized. It should not be there that cost will be paid more and less competitive stuff we have got. Policy and regulatory gaps. In current scenario, we don't have any kind of dedicated policy or legal framework, students. We don't have such legal frameworks exploring producing natural gas, which is another drawback in this session. Now the next news is about Indus Water Treaty. Can it be unilaterally suspended? So we all are hearing about the Indus Water Treaty, and today the Hindu speaks about how can a country like India unilaterally means by taking only the decision of one country, that is only India is deciding, right? So by deciding taking the decision from only one country, can this be suspended? So we are going to discuss that. So let's first discuss about the background of Indus Water Treaty. So Indus Water Treaty has survived for almost a lot of decades. It started in 1960, my dear friends, started in 1960, and the mediator in between was World Bank. Yes, World Bank was the mediator in between, and then we come to know that India has got its share, Pakistan has got its share. So India has got, if we talk about India, has got 20% share and Pakistan 80% share. So this was a share given. If we talk about the rivers, then India gets your eastern rivers, that is Ravi, Beas, Satluj, and Pakistan will get the western rivers. that is Indus, Jhelum, Chenab. So this was something decided by the World Bank, mediated by the World Bank in 1960. And although there were a lot of disturbance, a lot of war, you know that India and Pakistan had 4 wars till now, okay? Be it 1947-48 war, be it Kargil war, be it liberation of Bangladesh war. So all these wars were there, and even the war of 1965 again on Kashmir. So all these wars have survived the Indus Water Treaty. Yes, it has survived the Indus Water Treaty. But now, my dear friends, the Uri attack, the Pulwama attack in 2019, our government was very skeptical of this thing. But now the article, if we talk about the Article 12 of Indus Water Treaty, it says that mutual consent is needed. Yes, students, mutual consent is needed. If you want to suspend, if you want to cancel this treaty, then both Pakistan and India need to come on the same ground and cancel it and suspend it. If we see this, these are the rivers, okay? This goes for India share, and Indus, Jhelum, Chenab goes for Pakistan's share. And now we also know that here comes the Vienna Convention on the Laws of Treaties, which was of 1969, and India is a party to it. And under this, Article 62 says that a treaty can only be suspended under fundamental change of circumstances. And their fundamental change of circumstances, they don't talk about terrorist activities. So they don't take terrorist territorial treaties or violating parties. So they don't talk about any incident like what happened in Pahalgam. We have lost 26 people, right? Innocent lives we have lost. But this fundamental change of circumstances excludes territorial treaties and prohibits action by the violating party. So these kind of things will not be entertained, and this kind of things cannot be catered, cannot be kept into consideration for Vienna Convention on the Law of Treaties, and can be used for declaring this treaty null and void. No, India cannot do that. That's what Vienna Convention on the Law of Treaties says. And the International Court of Justice reinforces it in one case of 1997. In that case, it has said that yes, you cannot unilaterally suspend this treaty. So again, it was reinforced. First, it was said by Vienna Convention on the Law of Treaties. It is mentioned under Article 62. Yes, under Article 62 of this convention. Again, this becomes important for your prelims. And then your International Court of Justice also reiterates this. And now if we talk about the humanitarian ground, my dear friends, humanitarian grounds, Pakistan gets is dependent on 80% of the agriculture on Indus water. Yes, Pakistan, who is currently loan burdened by a lot of countries, especially China, depends on the Indus water for 80% of its agricultural need. So it damages India's global reputation, and legal consequences can happen. So if India now deprives Pakistan of this kind of water, Indus water, then this can have a damage in what good reputation India has developed. India has a very good reputation worldwide. So this should be kept in mind. Hence, India must adopt diplomatic, legal and strategic infrastructure alternatives rather than suspending it unilaterally. A diplomatic way of handling things will be better. Now the next news what we are going to talk about is Vizham Port set to boost South Asia's maritime trade. Yes, our Prime Minister Narendra Modi has inaugurated this Vizham International Deepwater Multi-Purpose Seaport in Thiruvananthapuram in Kerala. So in Kerala we finally get to see this, and if we talk about this, what is the best part of this? Why we need such kind of things in our maritime world, in our naval importance? Why we need all these things? See, here we will be having this, somewhere here we will be having this, and it is developed with the help of partner privateship, that is one thing. But I tell you, see, previously India used to be so dependent on the countries like your Colombo, your Sri Lanka, then Jebel Ali. So these were the ports for which India used to be very dependent on. Even on Colombo, India was very dependent for transshipment. What is transshipment, my dear friends? So this word is something like you have to unload your equipments, you have to unload your things, commodities, and then you have to upload again, because once it starts from India, from certain port, it has to be that big, it has to be that internationally recognized. Okay, multi-purpose, it need to have that kind of facilities in it. Now this Vizham Port has that. Yes, this port currently, which is situated in Kerala, Visakhapatnam, has that international seawater multi-purpose seaport, and now it is reliable for that. Now we don't have to be dependent on countries like Colombo, Singapore, Jebel Ali for transshipment. And do you know, this will also cater to our Sagarmala initiative. Sagarmala, which helps in the modernization of ports. Yes, the modernization of ports also is very important for India, for which we had initiated the Sagarmala. We have initiated the Sagarmala, and here you can see no need to be dependent on Singapore, no need to be dependent on Colombo, and from here we can go to international waters, and international trade we can do easily. If we further talk, then this is an initiative between the Adani Group and the Kerala government. The Kerala government and the Adani Group has come together, and this has costed almost 9,000. Okay, it has almost costed 8,900,000 crores project. Okay, so this is a huge amount, my dear friends. 8,900 crores project is something which is very huge, and now India can reap the benefits of it. Yes, without depending on Colombo and Singapore, India can reap the benefits of it. India can take ultra large container ship without unloading. Yes, this is our main purpose. Once we start with ultra large container ship, once we start with these kind of ships, we don't have to again go to Colombo, again go to Singapore and unload it and then again upload it. That we don't have to do. One another thing is that it is a green port. See, okay, so we have a green port, means we are using renewable energy here, and all the infrastructure are also sustainably developed. So this is again another important thing. And if we go to the depth, then we see that this is a prime location from India for its transshipment projects to different countries worldwide, and now we have the facilities also to do so. And it caters the Sagarmala and PM Gati Shakti initiative. Sagarmala project, as I have told you, works for the development of all in Indian Ocean region. Development of all. And also India wants to strengthen its naval power, strengthen its might in the Indian Ocean region. So this is one of the reason. Okay, in the Indian, and we can also counter China's Belt and Road Initiative, my dear friends. Students, we can counter the influence of China in this region for Belt and Road Initiative. Locally, it will generate employment, infrastructure development and boost tourism in Kerala as well. And this project makes turning point in India's maritime strategy and sustainable growth for regional trade and geopolitics. Now the next news talk about SocioEconomic Caste Census of 2011 and when caste data was collected but not published. Okay, this we have seen in the explained session of today's Indian Express. Yes, we take the important news for all the important news from the newspapers, be it Hindu or Indian Express. So we will be dealing it, so that while writing your mains answer or while solving your prelims MCQs, you will be very sure enough that what kind of thing was there in the newspaper. And again, my dear friends, my students, newspaper becomes very important for the preparation of UPSC, state PCS, Telangana service PCS. For all these examination, group 1, group 2, for all these preparation, you need the insight of the Hindu, the Indian Express, the important newspapers. So now when we talk about caste census, we know that the last caste census which is we are having the data is of 1931. Yes, you will be very shocked that now we are in 2025 and the last census of caste which we have done and it's published is of 1931, which is the concrete one which we are having. After that, also in 1941 we tried, my dear friends, we tried in 1941, but due to World War II, everything was taken in 1941 also. But in 1941 what happened? World War II happened. Yes, 1941 again we could not publish it. And if we talk about the 2021 caste census, 2021 maybe we have tried, but because of the pandemic this got delayed, and now in 2025 we are working on this only. So India has not published caste-wise census data since 1931, leaving a critical gap in understanding caste demographics. And why do we need caste demographics, students? In your main census, you have to write this. You have to justify why we need caste demographics. Be it your government initiatives, be it your pension scheme, be it your any kind of incentives that the government wants to bring for the people, wants to bring for the reserve class. Then your understanding of class demographics comes into play. And the socio-economic and caste census of 2011 attempts to fill this gap but did not release caste-wise data publicly. So again, the 2011 caste census, socio-economic caste census data was there, but it was not delivered publicly. Why so? Why the hindrance was coming again and again? This is the question of the hour. So the socio-economic caste census was launched by Ministry of Rural Development in 2011 as a door-to-door enumeration, and 24 lakh blocks have taken across the India has taken part to it. But it was also collected disaggregated caste data, unlike census of which only included SC/ST. So what is the difference, my dear friends, students? What is the difference between census of 2011 and the socio-economic caste census of 2011? There is huge fundamental difference. Okay, there is huge fundamental difference. There is a caste census and there is socio-economic caste census. Here they are only talking about SC/STs. Here they are talking about the bifurcation of different castes. Yes, the bifurcation of different castes, the OBC, the different kind of, again in OBC also there are different kind of castes, there are different kind of, we have creamy layer, non-creamy layer. So this was done very on a large scale. The socio-economic caste census was done on a very large scale, but still it was not published. But why so? And now in 2025 we are talking about the need of a updated caste census, and still we are having the problem. If we again go back to the socio-economic caste census of 2011, which was done very nicely, then we can see the bifurcation. There were 4 codes, one for the SC, then ST, then other caste, then no caste or tribe, and part 4. And according to the 1960 government order, only Hindu, Sikhs and Buddhist can be listed as scheduled caste. And when it comes to scheduled tribes, it may belong to any religion. For scheduled tribes, there is no bifurcation that they need to be only Hindu, Sikhs or Buddhist. Okay, that is clear. That is again an important point, the bifurcation part. And the upcoming census of 2021, which was delayed because of the pandemic, we can say that it can include full caste data and should have exclusive governance, targeted welfare schemes and evidence-based policy making. Once we get that, the updated one of 2021, then these kind of policy making, welfare schemes becomes very easy, so that we can target the real audience, the real people for the welfare schemes rather than losing our money to the wrong hands. Now, my dear friends, students, we have seen that we at Shikara Academy, we are not only making you prepare for UPSC, but we are also making you prepare for Telangana state PCS, Andhra Pradesh examination, state government examination. So we will be also providing you state specific to Telangana and Andhra Pradesh news. So we will also be having one section dedicated to this. So in today's Andhra Pradesh and Telangana session, we have two news. One is your Amraati Reconstruction. Yes, the Amraati project. See, we all know, right? We all know that in 2014 there was bifurcation, right? In 2014 the bifurcation was there, and then we have Andhra Pradesh and Telangana, right? Telangana and Andhra Pradesh, and then it was decided by that the government of that time, Telugu Desam party, that they need to have Amravati as their capital. But in between again, what they have decided, that they are going to have three capital proposal was there. What is this three capital proposal, students? So they wanted Visakhapatnam. They wanted Visakhapatnam as their executive capital. Then they wanted Amravati and Kurnool as their legislative and judicial capital. So this was the thing which was preached in between. And that's why this concrete one capital was not even projected till 2024. But now again in 2025, we see that on May 2025, Amravati capital project has revived, and almost 49,000 crore worth of project was launched by our respected Prime Minister Modi. It includes 50 storage secretariat, 7 storage high courts, DRDO facility, and 360 kilometer long road network. So these, apart from this, they also want their city to be high-end city. Okay, they want their city. The city will be having 9 city master plan, and they want to have good cities like your Singapore, Amsterdam, and because of that they are dividing the city into 9 master plan cities, which will be your knowledge city, finance city, health city. Like this, they will be having 9 bifurcation. And the land pooling model involves 34,000 acres from the farmers ensures no forced acquisition. So from even if we try to acquire the farmer land, then the government will again have to rethink it, because such kind of huge project cannot make the farmers sad, because the agriculture is also important. So they will make sure that this is not acquired by the farmers forcefully. Okay. Now cultural icons and public engagements to installation reflect deep community involvement. The projects backed by public partner funding symbolizes Andhra's unified capital vision. So in between, we have seen that they wanted 3 capital as Visakhapatnam, then Amravati and Kurnool as their 3 capital project. But now again they are under this Telugu Desam party, and the government currently wants that they want Amravati as the full-fledged capital of Andhra Pradesh. Hope that is clear. Now we will see P4 initiative, my dear friends. What is P4 initiative? Again taken in Andhra Pradesh. So we will see that the P4 initiatives talk about how the poor will be helped by the rich. Yes, if I talk in the layman terms, the government ensures that how the poor will be helped by the rich. So it's public-private people partnership, from where the people come. So the rich lot will be helping the poor lot. This is the whole thing, and it was launched by Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh. We have Chandrababu Naidu, and you have Deputy CM, that is Pawan Kalyan. And they have aimed to uplift almost 20 lakh poor families. And these poor families are also called Bangaru Kutums. Okay, they are named as Bangaru Kutums, which will be held by the Margadarshis. So, okay, Margadarshis are someone who will show you the path. Okay, show the path to the poor people, will help them. So who are these Margdarshis? They are your rich people. Yes, they are your rich people identified, and they will be like very rich, high net worth individuals. They will be high net worth individuals, and they might be NRIs, or they might be businessmen, like entrepreneurs, businessmen who are doing very well in their business. So the richer lot will be helping the Kutams, the Bangaru Kutams. So this is the whole initiative, and the beneficiaries get Pakka house, education support, 4 lakh per child, and there is also called Thali Ki Vandanam. So under that also, what is Thali Ki Vandanam scheme? This talks about a woman who has children will get support. Okay, 15,000 each child will get for education purpose. This is Thali Ki Vandanam. Okay, and this is the whole thing, this is the whole scenario which is happening under this P4 initiative which the government has undertaken. So there will be transparent digital platforms, and there will be partners like Milap and Donate Card. These will be the delivery partners, backed by partners like Milap and Donate Card. With a 33,000 crore annual outlay, the initiative is seen as inclusive governance, but there is always a darker side to every policies. There is loophole, है ना? So what we are seeing, challenges of elite control. So when the rich people are going to help the poor people, there might be chances that the money which they have, the money which they give for government for taxation, they may divert it and say that we are using it for poor. But in the longer run, it might not actually go to the poor. Yes, this might happen. So this is a very good criticism, which is actually pragmatic approach of the criticism which is done by the opposition party. So this is all about our DNA presentation. This is all about the important news of the Hindu and Indian Express, along with specific news from Andhra Pradesh and Telangana. Please comment in comment section that what else you want us to include in your DNA sessions. We are also planning to have ethics sessions, my dear friends. We are also planning to have ethics sessions, and we are also planning to have one mains answer discussion in this DNA analysis. So what else you want, you can comment us in the comment below, and please like and share till now, and for more updates please share our videos. Till then, thank you.